Hello, I'm Kayelee Rose with Moon Nation Mentoring, and welcome to day 11 of the 21-day Energetic Boundaries Reset and Reclamation. My voice is trying to go away now. So, day 11, we're talking about the silver thread. Um, let's see here. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you so you can see a little bit better what I'm talking about. Actually, hang on. What is it doing? Just 1 second. So if you have not watched day 1 through 10, those videos, I highly, highly encourage you to go back and start with day 1 because all of this builds upon itself. And there's definitely value in watching, say, day 11 or day 21 or day whatever by itself, but there's a lot more potential benefit for you starting on day 1 and moving through, even if you do more than one video in a day. So, here we go. All right. Get that pulled up, enter full screen mode. All right. So just as a quick recap, we started with the physical body, both external and internal, because the physical body, three-dimensional matter is very, very powerful for teaching us about boundaries. Because like I've said in previous videos, when I put my two hands together, they do not suddenly mush together and become one hand. They are two separate, distinct things that are able to interact with each other without becoming enmeshed completely in each other. And that and many other lessons, those are things that our bodies and our interaction with the physical world and the things around us teach us and remind us about the value of boundaries, including energetic boundaries, subtle energetic boundaries. Then, after we covered physical body, we talked about the womb space, the heart space, and the head space, and a set of meditations for helping you cultivate those energetic spaces within yourself, so that you can use them for your benefit, so that you can be nurtured and strengthened by your interactions with those spaces, and also so that you can adjust your mindset and your thoughts and your beliefs in the headspace. Then we moved on to even less tangible things, moving away from things that are more material and things that are instead a little bit more subtle, talking about radiating or shining instead of shielding, and then grounding. We spoke a bit about the aura and arc lines, and now today we're talking about the silver thread. So there we are. All right. So the silver thread, my introduction to this concept did not have a lot of background or foundational knowledge behind it. It started out as a very experiential thing, and it's been more recently that I've actually learned a little bit more about what even is the silver thread besides what my actual lived experience was with it. And the silver thread, it's essentially this connection between you, your physical body, and your higher self. But it also, in my experience, is functions as a connection point, not just to your physical body, but to the physical earth, and a connection point to source or to your higher power beyond your higher self. And people who talk about astral projection, they'll talk about having the silver thread, except it's usually referred to as a silver cord. And it's when you do any visualization or imagining that involves grounding and connecting to the center of the earth, or connecting up into heaven, whether you visualize it or not, you're actually moving along, like moving your awareness along that silver thread. So it is this thread, energetic thread, silver in color. A lot of people describe it as being somewhat elasticy, elastic in nature, but it runs through the center of your being. And it's really interesting. My introduction to it was as more of a grounding, not just grounding down into the earth, but also grounding up into heaven, to help me be more present here and now. Because when I learned about the silver thread, I was going through a lot of upheaval in my life and had a lot of issues with dissociating from my lived experience and with getting enmeshed with other people's energy because I had no clue what was even going on. And so doing visualizations where I connected with that silver thread within myself and followed it up into heaven and followed it down into the earth were actually really beneficial for me. It helped me a lot in being able to stay grounded and stay centered in my own being. It helped me make more sense of what was actually energetically mine and what was not energetically mine. And just connecting with that silver thread also supported me in having a lot more peace, even in the chaos. So let's see. So I covered connection to body. What did I want to talk about? Oh, yes, connection on Earth. So you don't have to know exactly where on this planet your silver thread actually touches down and goes into the Earth in order to benefit from connecting with the silver thread, but it can be a really valuable and at the very least fascinating exercise to, to ponder and meditate on, and even ask your higher power, ask God, ask the universe, if that's what you call your higher power, where your silver thread touches down on Earth. Because where it touches down on Earth, even if you never actually physically go there ever in your entire life, that in a lot of ways, that is a sacred space for you. And there's an affinity with the energy of that space and you. And something to keep in mind is that the vast majority of this planet is actually covered in water. So your silver thread may not touch down in, say, the North American continent or the Australian continent. It may not touch down in the country of Germany, or some fixed land location. It may touch down through the ocean to the ocean floor. And that was my experience when I meditated on this. And once again, as a reminder, you don't have to know where your let's rewind a little bit. I'm getting ahead of my mouth, getting ahead of my words. You don't have to know where your silver thread touches down in order to be fully tethered to your mortal physical body, to this mortal experience here on this planet, or to be tethered to your higher self and your higher power. You don't have to know the exact, like, you don't even have to have a clue where on the planet it touches down to have the benefits of being connected with and aware of your silver thread. It's kind of like more of a matter of curiosity and personal exploration to discover where your silver thread touches down. And for me, as I pondered it and spent time with it, from a space of curiosity and openness, rather than from a space of, oh, I have to figure this out, I came to the realization that my silver thread touches down in the ocean, not on land. And I mean, technically there's land under the ocean, but I think you get what I'm saying. And then connection to source. Yes, you connect with your higher self. Um, Living here on this planet, we experience time. We are bound by time. We live and we die. And in my personal belief system, I believe that our spirits lived before we gained physical bodies and had the opportunity to experience time and mortality. And our spirits will live on beyond that after death, in that we ultimately will have physical bodies again, not bound by time and not bound by death. But when you take away time, when time is not in the equation, then there exists somewhere out in the universe a version of you that is your highest possible self, that has reached your full potential. And that is your higher self. And I won't go too deeply into that right now. That's another video entirely. But it can be incredibly powerful to really internalize that you already exist as the most whole and complete and healed and wise version of yourself. Somewhere you exist as that. I was going to say some when, but that's not entirely accurate. When time is not not part of the equation. It can be very valuable to ponder that and to really have that sink into your heart and into your mind. But just for the purposes of this video, connecting to your higher self, like that's done through the silver thread. And then beyond your higher self to your higher power, to God, to heaven, to where for me, my Heavenly Father and my Heavenly Mother, Father God and Mother God, exist and dwell. And so the silver thread helps us ground both up and down. And yeah, I think that was all the words, all the words, all the information about the silver thread that I wanted to share today. But I do want to take a little bit of time for us to drop into an exercise, a little bit of a meditation, an energy of pondering and sensing that you can practice and return to as you really explore this idea of the silver thread and explore your own silver thread. So with that being said, I invite you, if you would like, to start taking some deep, deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. If you need to shift positions to feel a little more safe and a little more comfortable, feel free to do so. You can shut the door, open the door, go get a drink of water, shake out your body, whatever you need in this moment, so that you can be fully present. Continue to breathe. If it feels comfortable, you can go ahead and close your eyes. If you'd rather not close your eyes, just soften your gaze so that you're not looking at anything in particular. Go ahead and place a hand or even both hands over your heart. And imagine the spark of light there in that heart space, connecting with that light of life within you, that light of truth. Imagine breathing into that, allowing it to grow. As that grows, notice running through the center of your body, from the top of your head down. There's this silver thread that glows with the same light as that spark in your heart space. And with every breath, invite that silver thread to come more into your awareness. As you continue to breathe and notice and sense that silver thread, invite your awareness to move along that thread. First, moving upward through your body, up and up and up out of the top of your head, moving further and further above you, able to cross time and space like that. Till you reach your higher power, the space where your higher power dwells. If you identify as Christian, you can imagine Christ holding that silver thread in his hands and it going beyond him to God. If you don't identify as Christian, imagine that thread going to your higher power, connecting with it, with him or her. Or if your higher power is more an energy and a beingness than an actual being, allow that silver thread to draw you to its connection to that higher power. Continuing to breathe. When you're ready, allow that awareness of that connection upward to remain, but also allow your awareness to drop down, following that silver thread down through your body, through your entire body, down through your pelvic floor, down to the earth. Regardless of where it truly touches down on the earth, you can connect with that silver thread as it goes to the earth. Down, down, down. Continuing to breathe and follow it further down to the center of the earth. And if you feel ready to move further on with this meditation, there is more to this. If you feel that that is enough for you for now, you can go ahead, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes and flutter open your eyes and disconnect from not that connection to the silver thread, but from the sound of my voice. So you can go on about your day. But if you're staying here in this meditation to continue onward, allow yourself to drop back into that meditative space with a deep breath in and out. As you follow that silver thread through to the center of the earth, you'll notice that it passes beyond the center of the earth, traveling onward and onward until it emerges on the other side somewhere out of the earth, And as you follow it onward and onward and onward and onward and onward and onward, you soon discover that this is not a silver thread with an end or a beginning, but it is one continuous silver thread looping your higher power, the heavens, with the earth, running straight through you and connecting you to all of it. One great big circuit. A circle of silver elastic thread that does not end and does not have a beginning. Breathe and allow your awareness to rest anywhere along this silver thread that it feels good for you to rest at this time. Continuing to breathe, to rest in this space. When you're ready, free to wiggle those fingers and toes, stretching arms and legs, yawning if needed. When you're ready, when the time is right for you, go ahead and flutter those eyes open. And welcome back. So this is a meditation that you can do on your own, or you can watch this video again and listen to my voice as I lead you through, whatever works better for you. But if you do this meditation, you will start to experience things. You will start to have clearer connection to earth source and heaven source and connection to your own self. And you may gain more information about where your silver thread touches down on this physical earth and about the location, the area, the energy, the space where your higher self and your higher power dwell. Thank you again for joining me for day 11 of the 21-day Energetic Boundaries Reset and Reclamation. You can follow along with the whole series on YouTube. You can also follow along in the Lunation Facebook group. Lunation, let's see, my brain is not working today. Yeah, Lunation, Lunar Living, and Feminine Archetypes with Kayelee Rose. You can also find this and other valuable resources, both free and paid, in the Lunation Mentoring website, which is ourlunation.com. That's OURLUNATION.com.